guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today's build is a Christmas colonial because I like the alliteration, but it is the holiday season and Christmas is coming up soon, so I figured I would just build something Christmassy. And yeah, this is inspired by a picture I got on Pinterest, but I lost it, so I can't put it in the video. But yeah, it's a colonial, so you know, it's just a basic shape. Everybody can build colonials, I think. They're like the easiest one because it's literally just a box. Like that's straight up a box, and then you sometimes have an extension on the side. I have extensions on the sides of this and a chimney, dormers in the roofs. That's it. That's like if you're trying to learn how to build colonials 100%, because then you like learn how to furnish them, but you're like learning how to do builds and adding detail and stuff. But it's so, yeah, they're very simple. I like them personally, but I don't build them that often, I think, because I feel guilty building something that simple, you know? Like, I feel like I'm cheating myself, but today I just wanted to do something that looked more traditional, had the potential to be like cozy and stuff, so that's what I did. And the inside of this, so like I said, it's obviously Christmas themed. So the outside is decorated in Christmas style, and then the inside also has a lot of Christmas decorations, which, I don't know, I felt kind of hesitant to do that because I felt like maybe then people wouldn't get as much use out of it, like if they wanted to download it, but honestly people don't download my builds that much anyway. And also I figured like it's decently cluttered with all of the Christmas decorations, so if you were to delete those, you could just add in some regular clutter or like whatever you wanted, just have it be more clean, I guess, too, if you want that. So it's not really that bad. I think that it's sort of super Christmas filled because that was the theme I wanted to go for, and I just really wanted to do something themed to get back into the swing of building. If you haven't noticed my long absence, it's been a hot minute, but it's okay. But yeah, I was working on like a few other builds. I just kept scrapping everything I was doing and I didn't like it, and yeah, I was sort of absent on YouTube. I was active on Twitter and a little bit on Instagram, but you know, I didn't die in case you were worried, but yeah. But I'm back now. I do have a few other builds that I might share from my dark period, but yeah, I don't know. I did a few things, like I was doing a dorm build for Foxbury, and the outside looks cool, I think. The inside is kind of a mess because I am notoriously bad at community lots, and yeah, I don't know. If anybody wants like an outside of Foxbury dorms build or something, I could maybe do that, but I don't think so. So I have a lot of builds that I want to do soon, but I feel like with this one I've sort of got my inspiration flowing again. I've been watching some more speed builds lately, because I just sort of stopped watching them for a while. I'm not sure why. They just weren't really keeping me entertained, I guess, but watching them again recently has gotten my inspiration drive a little bit higher, and my desire to build is definitely coming back, I think. But yeah, I was also not really here because it was finals week last week, and the week before that obviously I was studying. The week before that, I don't really know what was happening that week, but I just had a lot of life stuff and a lot of school stuff and a lot of everything coming together, crashing down on me, and I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm being buried under an avalanche of and then yeah, this YouTube channel sort of just died while that was happening, but it's okay, we're all good now. I'm back. And yeah, I don't know, I feel bad that YouTube is always the last thing that gets, like, you know, pushed to the side, but I just don't have that much time, and I'm gonna have more now, obviously, because I'm out of school for 2 whole weeks. Bless, hallelujah, because it was dying there at the end, not gonna lie. It was not we were not doing too great, but it's over now, and finals are over. Whew. And in case no one was wondering, by the way, I did get an A in math. I've been talking about that. Sorry, if this is your first build from me, I swear I'm not usually this spazzy, but like, no, that's a lie, I totally am. But, anyway, I've been talking about my math grade because I was very stressed about it, but I did get an A in math. I'm concerned about something else, but that's because of a really dumb thing that happened that could now be causing me problems, which would be really unfortunate because, like, imagine getting the A in math, getting the A in, like, every hard subject, and then you just, yeah, fail an easy subject. It would be really sad, I think, but that will, it might happen. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is the outside of the build. As you can see, there are some Christmas decorations. There's obviously more. The outside took me a while, actually, because I wanted to make up for the like lack of detail in the build's shape and stuff by doing some like interesting stuff with landscaping, which I know the landscaping is pretty minimal right now, but I do some sort of cool stuff later on. So yeah, and also this lot is really big. It's the lot that the pancakes live on usually, so I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Wait, no, it's not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I moved my own family in here that I made to live in this house, which I don't usually do. I used to do that actually all the time. I always made families to live in the house before I like started building and stuff. But yeah, I did that again today. Not today because I didn't build this today, but I did that again with this build. Ooh, speak composure. Okay, I did that again with this build because I don't know. I was looking for a way to get myself back into building again, and so this family is pretty cute actually. It's a mom and a dad, and they have 2 daughters and also a dog. And yeah, the dog is really cute. I think it's a Dalmatian. I am not sure though. Now I'm questioning myself. But I remember thinking Dalmatian because like, if you guys have ever seen 101 Dalmatians, that movie, it's really good actually. It's like a childhood favorite of mine, so I have deep emotional associations with it. But yeah, you should watch that movie definitely. But the Dalmatians in it, there's this scene in the winter and they're like walking through the winter, like obviously the snow, and they're like trying to disguise themselves. I can't really explain this properly unless you know the whole plot of the movie. Basically, they don't want anybody to know that they're the Dalmatians, so they're like covering themselves up in the snow, and then they're covering themselves up in soot. It's complicated. Yeah. Anyway, for some reason Dalmatians were in my head, so the dog is a Dalmatian. But then there's not a lot of personality for the parents, I guess. I was thinking that one of them would be a writer. I'm not really sure why. I tend to default to writer for some reason, which is like not that many people are writers in real life. It's a cool career though. I think that would be so cool. Like even if you don't do that as like your full-time job, just being a writer. Imagine being a writer. That would be so interesting. I don't know. I don't think I have that in me because I like to write like creatively, but also I don't think I could do it to the point where I like force myself to, because then I feel like it would get something that I don't enjoy and just something that I'm like, you know, doing, and it would turn into work, which is no bueno, because, you know, don't let things you enjoy turn into work, kids. It's bad. Ooh, I just said kids. Am I gonna get copyrighted now? Probably not. Yeah, speaking of copy, I haven't posted a video since all of that drama happened, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't heard about anybody having any issues though, so I'm glad that happened. I was freaked out there for a second. When I kind of took a step back and looked at it, I was like, we're probably overreacting. Like, they're probably not going to do this to everybody, you know? But it could have been bad. But anyway, yeah. Ooh, wow, I just talked a lot. Anyway, we're working on the kitchen right now. You may be seeing, on the left side of the build, a little bit of living room there right now, and you're like, what happened? You never built that. How did that get there? It was a miserable living room. It was awful and disgusting, and so I deleted it and built a new one, and so I figured I didn't have to keep the old one in because this build is already really long. I'm sorry about that, by the way, but yeah, I deleted that one, and the new one is in there. There's actually 2 living rooms in this build, so only one of them has a Christmas tree, but I just felt like 2 living rooms, you know, whatever, it's all fine, because it's actually weirdly like small, because upstairs there's only 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, although there is an office, so you could have 4 bedrooms if you really wanted to, but it's quite small considering like how it looks on the outside. I feel like it should be bigger, and it's really expensive, but that's just me, and you know, what else is new? So, you know, we're all fine. But as you can see, the Christmas, I was trying to say kitchen, I said Christmas. Christmas is on my mind right now. It's 5 days until Christmas, so 4 days until Christmas when you're seeing this. That's exciting. I mean, exciting for Christmas celebrators. Let me know if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, happy whatever else you celebrate. There's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy, I don't know, end of 2019 if you don't celebrate any winter holidays, but as long as you live by the Gregorian calendar, that one should apply to you, I think. Hopefully. So yeah, just, you know, find a reason to be happy. We're all good. And I don't know, I feel more positive than usual because I don't have to go to school and I'm just kind of low-key vibing. Oh, I hate that I just said that. I really, if you haven't figured this out lately, there's been this new thing where you say like vibing. Vibing. It's just like a word, an internet word now. You know how they're all like shook, whatever. Like, actually, shook was a while ago. But words like that freak me out because, first of all, who decides that they're gonna be a thing? Like, who just one day just tweets something and they say vibing and then suddenly vibing is a thing and everybody says vibing? It's so stressful. Like, what if you just stopped using technology for like, literally, you could stop using technology for 48 hours and then suddenly you get back on and there's this whole new like vernacular that everybody's using and you're like, what is happening? This is so stressful. I don't think that's too far out of the realm of reality, so I have some questions about who like makes that a thing. But besides that, vibing, I have a very vivid memory of that word. There was this Liv and Maddie episode, which if you don't know, that was like a TV show on Disney Channel forever ago. And there's this Liv and Maddie episode where the mom in the show is like, you're totally vibing in that new underwear. And or wait, no. The like really dorky older brother says that, and the mom is like, I'll never say vibing again. And I just feel upset that that thing that like was banned in my childhood as a word that you do not say is suddenly this internet trend. But it's okay. The point is, if you catch me saying vibing again, slap me through the screen because yikes. Yeah, this is such a ramble. I mean, we all knew this was gonna happen, right? First voiceover back, and I'm a mess. Anyway, yeah, that was the new living room that you just saw. I went for a creamish color. If you saw the old one before, there was like a lot of greens in it, and it was not my favorite thing in the world. But I changed it. There is still a lot of green throughout this house, actually, and like the rugs and stuff. There's pretty much a greenish, bluish theme going on, and also a lot of green because the Christmas, like red and green. And also plants, I went crazy with plants as per usual because I just, you fill up space with plants. I feel like living in any of the houses that I build would be awful though, because you're watering every single day. You just water all of the plants, obviously in real life. In The Sims, you don't have to water house plants. Can you imagine? That would be awful. And also, like functionally, you probably couldn't get to a lot of the plants that I put in my builds because The Sims and their move objects restrictions and stuff. So, hope that never becomes a thing. But anyway, besides that, speaking of things that are becoming things in The Sims, there was a big announcement a couple days ago. I'm sure you've all heard of it by now. The gallery is coming to... That took me a while. The gallery is coming to console, which is really exciting. I'm so excited. Obviously I play on PC, as you've probably figured out by now, or Mac, not PC technically, but they are making it an update sometime in 2020, early 2020 I think they said, that they're going to be putting the gallery onto console, and it's going to be cross-platform, which means that like if I share a build on the computer gallery, it's going to go to the console gallery as well. So that's really exciting because like, we can all be one big happy community again, because I felt like that was kind of an isolating thing for the console players for a while. Like, people just forgot that they existed a bit, because like obviously they're not really able to download stuff that we do, and then I don't know, like they weren't really prioritized, right, because the computer players came first, and then the console players had all these packs on like the back burner and everything, and it was just like, yeah, maybe we'll give you cats and dogs sometime in the next like month or whatever, and they're just like, please give us cats and dogs, we just want the packs, so yeah, let me know if you play on console. You have my sympathies. I don't know, I feel like console could be cool, but also I would be definitely really bad at the controls. And speaking of controls, by the way, I mentioned before in my last build, which I know was so long ago, but I mentioned that my mouse is broken, so I still don't have a new one, which means that this entire build that you're watching is just with the like keyboard controls. It was torture. It was awful, and I don't recommend it to anybody. You have my deepest sympathies if you ever have to build with the keyboard controls, because you'll see it sometimes. I'm literally just like in the build, and I cannot for the life of me get to the place that I'm trying to edit, because you just can't. Like, you can't see it because of the way that, like, because you can't change it at the same angles that you can with a mouse and stuff. It's just horrible. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like, Cass is okay doing that. Even like regular gameplay I think could be okay from that, like using the keyboard shortcuts, but when you're trying to build, you want to get stuff into the nooks and crannies and the crevices. You can't do that. and it's really agonizing, so I'm sorry. Also, because sometimes when I'm like moving the camera around, it'll go through the walls and stuff. I'm really not selling this video, huh? If I were me and I was listening to me say all the bad stuff about this video, I would have clicked off a while ago, but you know, whatever. If you're still here, you're loyal, so thanks. But yeah, my mouse. I really need a new one. I'm hoping to get one for Christmas, I think. And yeah, Christmas is, I kind of feel like Christmas is just not happening, honestly. Like, obviously we've got a Christmas tree up in my house and stuff, but we don't really, or we haven't really done anything so far to celebrate that much. I mean, my grandma has a Christmas party every year with all of her friends. It's great. It's just a bunch of ladies together and they're reminiscing and stuff. That's fun. I don't know. My grandma's quite a quirky spirit. I like her a lot. She traveled the world for a while. I mean, yeah, she didn't travel the world as like that's my like thing that I'm doing, but like she's been to a lot of places. That's really interesting. I think that's just something I want to do, you know? I feel like everybody should experience as much as they can. I mean, I guess some people are probably like more like homebodies, and I definitely, like, I kind of feel similarly to that. Like, I'm not really a big fan of going out all the time and stuff because I get so tired, and yeah, but I still feel like just experiencing different cultures and stuff is such an important part of like forming your perspective on the world, and I don't know, I really hope I get to do that someday, you know? But anyways, back to the build. Now we're working on the backyard, and I'm just putting up these lanterns which came from Seasons, and they look really cool, I think, because they're like red and white and stuff, and they just tie really nicely into the Christmas theme. I don't know what you, like, I'm pretty sure there's just a plain white color swatch on them, so if you wanted to, like, when you have this house in the regular seasons and it's not like all Christmas timey, you could just put them in that, so you just have them in the white swatch, and it would still look cool, I think, and just obviously light up the backyard and stuff. But yeah, those are really nice. I was thinking I might just do the taller ones, but I decided to do the ones that are more themed, because like I said, I really wanted this build to be like over the top. I know it's not that over the top. I've seen some people's that are kind of crazy, and but like, what am I gonna do, you know, color the whole house green, because then what's the use of it? But I felt like white was still flexible and it like fits in with the style well. Actually, I'm not really sure if it does fit with the style, actually, because I was thinking about it while I was like finishing this up, and the interior is actually kind of dark. Like, the wallpaper is obviously like brown, beige-ish, and the floorboards are dark, so I don't know. But speaking of those floorboards, by the way, I love them so much. I can't get enough of them lately, and I don't know when I like realized that they were a thing, because I honestly didn't use them for a while. Like, I just didn't, because the swatch that they come in, like, default in the catalog is so hideous. It's grotesque, and I don't know why they do that, because sometimes you have the most gorgeous object and it just has a horrible like picture in the catalog, and you never look at it, and you look at it one day and you're like, this is the thing that's been missing from my life, you know? So I really like those floors, if that hasn't come across yet. But anyway, that was the office that we just did, and now we're working on the bathroom. I kept this bathroom in. Usually I kind of just don't even leave bathrooms in because, ugh, they're nasty, honestly. I'm so bad at bathrooms. But I really actually think that this one is pretty nice, and it's some questionable elements about it. Like, I'm not really sure what this whole side table mess deal is, but like, I like the shelves, and I think they add some pizzazz, and once the entire bathroom comes together, you'll see it's actually quite nice in my opinion, which is, the thing is, usually I do like literally 3x2 bathrooms, so there's no room to add any decoration or make it like fancy or make it look cute, I guess, for lack of a better word. So when I had some room in this one to actually play with, I really enjoyed that. So imagine just, what if somebody just did a room build that was literally like a bathroom? I feel like I've definitely seen that before. I feel like somebody's definitely, oh no, I've definitely seen one that was like a gold throne bathroom on Twitter. That was a cool build. I wish I remember who it was by. But yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point, because I just feel like sometimes I need to push myself more, you know? So I'm just sort of content in my little builds that all look the same and meh. But it would be better if I did some more stuff, you know? But regardless of that, how are you all doing? Hopefully you're well. I'm alright. Like I said before, school's out, so I'm kind of just feeling happy about that, but there's also a lot of stuff hanging over my head right now that I'm sort of worried about, and to be like super summarized, all of my friends are sort of falling apart, and it's very stressful. So it's like, if you've ever been that person that's just like watching everybody and they're all like having problems and there's nothing you can do about it, that's sort of a stressful situation to be in. And I'm not really enjoying it that much, but obviously mostly I'm just worried. So, you know, we're getting through it. Everything is fine. And I've kind of been freaking out about time more lately because end of 2019 is coming up and I did not ask for that. I did not sign up for this to be going this fast, and that's distressing to say the least. But like, you know, everything is mostly fine. Everything is mostly okay. Just like the fact that I so vividly remember this summer. And like, if you asked me if this semester had happened, I would have said no. Like, I don't remember this semester happening at all, and it's very stressful because if time keeps moving at the rate that it does, I'm gonna be like a 50-year-old woman before I know it, and that is an upsetting concept. But, you know, I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? Maybe. I think I just really need to like do more in a day, you know, because when you have one big task that you do every day, or like you go to school and then you get home and you do your homework and you kind of feel like, wow, that was a day that I just spent doing everything, like the same thing that I do every single day, you know? And the days feel really short. I'd prefer longer days, honestly. I know a lot of people always say that they prefer short days, but after short days, I just feel like I've done nothing all day, and it makes me feel so like, wow, congratulations, you just wasted your life, you know? So anyway, we're getting into a bit of existentialism here, so I'm gonna stop now, because I have a problem with getting off topic in builds. It's really unfortunate, but anyway, parents' bedroom going on here, and as you can see, I used the bed from university. That bed is really nice, actually. It's like the fancier one, and it sort of gives me like grandma vibes, but I decided to use it here because obviously these parents definitely have a more like formal taste, I think, just based on the furnishing of the rest of the house. But that room is like, it's not as decked out for Christmas as the rest of the houses, but it's still got some like Christmas stuff everywhere, so I felt like it was okay. And now we're working on the first teenager's bedroom. There's a teenager and a child, and they're both daughters because I made them already. So yeah, this one, her character in my mind, it's weird because it's not that like vivid, but I also like feel like I know her. Like she's sort of clumsy and like a little bit ditzy, but also she really likes to read. I was thinking she would be very into poetry, so maybe when she gets older she could publish a poetry book or something. Definitely like had that influence from her parents, and she's also a dog lover. So I was thinking that she probably was the one that like pushed for them to get a dog in the family. And she's probably like the one that takes care of the dog the most, and obviously, or not obviously, that like little bulletin strip thing that came with Discovery University, I put that above her bed and I put it in the swatch that has like the dog theme, which also I feel like that's really weird that they put like a dog themed or like a pet themed decoration strip when like pets did not come with university, you know? So you could have university but not cats and dogs, and you're just kind of chilling with the like pet themed decoration, but you don't actually have pets. I would be kind of salty about that, but it's fine. Yeah, anyway, speaking of cats and dogs, by the way, I use that a bunch in this build. But anyway, like I was saying, this girl, I feel like she's not really too focused on any one thing. Like, she doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life, but like I said, she is into poetry, she is into animals, and she probably has a lot of friends. Like, she's just really good at talking to people, and she's just like the type of person that makes everybody feel really happy, and so they all like to be around her, I think. But then, yeah, obviously I was thinking about that, and since she has that sort of character, I was also thinking that she would be really close with her little sister. So this is the little sister's bedroom, and this one is really purple themed, and I thought that the sister was really into outer space, so I feel like it would be kind of a nice contrast if the older sister was very like into English, and obviously, like I've mentioned like a billion times so far in this voiceover, she likes poetry and stuff. I was thinking that it would be cool if the younger sister was into more like hard sciences, so I felt like that kind of tied into the space theme really well, and we've got so many like space dedicated objects that are really good to decorate kids' bedrooms, so I just wanted to use some of those for this build. And yeah, I think this bedroom actually ends up being really cute. I don't too often do bedrooms where you can like really tell a theme really vividly. Like, I've never done like oh, this kid is super into void critters or whatever, but I really like this bedroom, especially just because of the theme of it. Also, I feel like it just looks like nice generally. I don't usually use purple that much for some reason, but I like the purple in this one it looks really cute, I think. And then I also have this trophy shelf in this room. Like I said, I thought she was really smart. I'm pretty sure she has the what's it called? I don't know, the smart kid aspiration for children in The Sims. So I felt like maybe she would compete in some competitions and stuff, like science Olympiads or whatever, and she probably had won, so that's why she's got all the trophies and stuff. That is pretty much it for the kids' bedrooms, and then I'm doing this thing out here where I, like, I don't know, make an ottoman type thing. It's like, I've done this before with some different objects, and it looked equally as nice, I think, but I kind of prefer this one more. I don't know. But yeah, I just needed to fill up space. I knew I wanted to have a dog bed up here, but I wasn't really sure about like what else to put, because honestly, it can be very stressful just trying to fill space in The Sims. Like I mentioned, I've been watching some speed builds from other people lately. I was watching a lot of Deligracy ones actually, and she and so many other builders, they just leave casual empty space and like it looks good, you know? I can't do that. I don't know why, but I just have this problem with leaving space open, and it bothers me so much. And I'm like, well, but it's so empty, and that space is so useless, and like, what am I gonna do? Like, I left the wall above the stairs, like above the stairwell in this build, blank, and I was freaking out about it for like a solid amount of time. I was like, I can't do this. I need to put a painting up, but I had used most of the paintings that fit with the theme, and I didn't want to use another painting, so I kind of, yeah, I just left it blank. I don't know. Hopefully that's not a huge turnoff for anybody, but I just have weird stuff like that when I'm building. Quirky, haha. Yeah, anyway, now I'm just putting up some other, like, decorations. Like I said earlier, I wanted to keep it, like, relatively Christmas themed, but not too Christmas themed, where you could, like, feel like if you tried to delete this stuff, it would just be totally empty. So there's a lot of, like, holly and sort of, like, red and green stuff subtly around the place, but it's not too bad. And then also, I did shrink down a mini Christmas tree there, or it's not a mini Christmas tree to begin with, obviously, but I shrunk it down. And if you saw that, I put it next to the dog bed. So I just thought that was cute, sort of bringing more of the Christmas theme upstairs. I like mini Christmas trees, actually. I had one for, well, I celebrated Christmas one year. My mom, my sister, and I were living in an apartment while our house was being remodeled. So it was a really small apartment, so we didn't have room for, like, an actual tree. So we had a mini Christmas tree that year, and that was a fun time. But yeah, we borrowed it from someone else. I wish we kept it, because then we could, like, have it still in our house. Maybe I could have it in my room. But my sister actually has a lavender room in her, or a lavender Christmas tree, I think, in her room right now. So that's cool. Maybe I should have gotten one of those. I don't know. Next year. I'll be more festive next year. Yeah, but that's, anyway. Now we're just doing some landscaping on the outside, and that's actually pretty much it for the build. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can leave a like and comment below to let me know. And if you like this build and want to play in it, it will be up on the Sims 4 gallery. My origin ID is in the description. And if you want to stick around and see more builds from me, you can subscribe and click the bell for notifications if you want to. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So please remember to spread love and be kind. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!